Let's get to our Wilsonville starting lineups, presented by Wilsonville Toyota. Team CJ, Derrick Jones Jr., Robert Covington, and Enes Kanter. All defense in the NBA. For the Sacramento Kings, Fox, Hield, Barnes, Holmes. Season. Let's go ahead and hit the start button on the preseason as the Blazers get the Dame. Thought about it, feeds it to Kanter. Kanter tries to finish down low, finds Jones Jr.
Don't hesitate when you get that open look. There goes that cut. Boy, he spared.
You're with the bucket. Barnes gets into the paint, tries to challenge Kanter. Able to.
The players just kind of looking around, locating who's. Oh, I like this.
Two pieces acclimated and make some of those adjustments on the defensive end of the floor that you're hoping to change this year as Holmes gets the. Fox trying to push the pace. Hield gets the open three.
And Sacramento.
They've had 14 consecutive losing seasons. They haven't been to the playoffs as Dame will try a deep three.
Aiming up to come to the top of the key. They were going against a zone that time, and the zone did not shift over to pick.
Ball's tipped. Fox able to corral it, kick it up ahead. Hield gets another look from the opposite wing, and he makes this one.
He's going to be with the Bucks.
We saw the flurry of free agency as Jones Jr. with the first. He's got decision-making bounce, as we like to say. Enough time in midair to have options as Dame splash.
And it looks like it started to speed up and develop that kind of pace. Here he goes already. Look at him. A little bit, was going to think about maybe shooting a layup and then decided to dunk. And then
well, many people saw that video of him hitting consecutive half-court shots at practice like it was nothing. CJ won.
He was here. He knew what the role would be. And as he knocks down.
Even halfway through yet. Hield. Harassed by Kanter. Barnes, corner three. 38% from outside the arc last year, and then defensive rebounding, a key area for the Blazers as Barnes gets.
I don't think last year was really as bad as it appeared if you consider the Blazers were horrendous last season on the defensive end, but you add those other guys in, and it's
the game for the Blazers. Gary Trent Jr. brings the ball down, try a two-point jump shot, gets that one, brings it back down. Carmelo, though, with the quick hands, but then the dislike.
Said he's a master in the mid-range. He's also a master at this. Melo gets a lot of those swipes before the offensive player gets fully airborne.
Freddie Simons checking in for the first time for the Blazers. Melo, open three, count it. By 8, just under 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Hield wants another three and gets that one to drop.
Into the shot.
Hield had 271 made threes last year, and Melo.
Yeah, but
Hield in the deep waters.
Man, that's easy.
About this team wanting to work on in these first couple of games. Melo's floater, no good, but
Melo, after catching a few times now and taking his time, he goes quick. Catches the
two. Joseph surveys in the paint, finds Parker in the corner.
Challenge on the defensive end. Like, that wasn't like a fluke play. He loves to compete on both ends.
Joseph in the corner, 12 to shoot for the Kings. Joseph trying to work it against Ant and gets it to drop. Here's Joseph working the paint and just a tough shot over the outstretched arms of Simons. But one opportunity for the Blazers. Melo trying to work against Parker. Flips a pass to Giles. Beautiful read, and Giles. Look at Melo and his playmaking ability setting up his teammates.
He sees two. Harry Giles makes the heady cut.
Out defending Halliburton. Joseph will try the corner three. So the Kings, they're certain.
Why adding a half-court shot was important to him. He said, I just wanted to become more of a serious threat from further out.
But here's Harry Giles with the dunk and the dam.
Yeah, one of the reasons it's important for Dame.
7 feet, then I can shoot that shot, and it would be a shot our team wouldn't be mad at. And once Terry started seeing me in the summer.
Defense of Robert Covington and just how vital it is to the team's effort. CJ with a three and rattle.
He gets a little carefree with the basketball, really extends the dribble at times and maybe he shouldn't have. Between the legs, behind the back, another behind the back, and it was so smooth. His handler's been looking like that. How about?
But Giles doing a great job diving after this screen.
Well, as the roll man,
you Kings bring it back down. Robinson flips it over to Bielitsa. And
you see how those things play out. He's attacked all of those with every injury. That's smart strategy to push the pace when you got De'Aaron Fox. He's as fast as it gets in transition. They're going to strive to do that, and they got the speed to get out. CJ has the handles to get in. Jabari Parker will need to be knocking on the door.
Covington, first 3-10. joining the three-point show, and Gary Trent Jr. with the steal up and under.
Came up, and here, that ball's loose. De'Aaron Fox, he kind of got on the floor for it. But so it's right out the gate, right from the jump. There's this welcoming process. Good skip.
The pretty stroke continues for him.
Yeah, Carmelo in the middle of the court just kind of hangs up Gary.
4:04 left in the second quarter. Barnes trying to go against Melo. Melo trying to Bob Jr. on the floor. Cantor hands off to Dame. Dame will try another three. Dame up top, 10 to shoot for the Blazers. Looking for the lob for Jones Jr., but Melo will try the baseline jumper. Dame through a forest of King defenders finds Cantor. Cantor tries to squeeze the orange and flips it up. And
good hands from Cantor to corral that basketball.
Kings with some nice ball movement, and Harris.
Barnes with the ability to lead the break.
Fox able to be 19 points per game. Barnes to pop off this season. Fox flips it to Joseph in the corner. And
they're going to have a few plays on the film that they can look at and know that they could have rotated a little quicker.
Blazers switch, Healed. Not a lot of.
He started to guard the screener so that he could switch on to De'Aaron Fox. It's like they are going to give it to him. Luke Walton out of the coach's box. Really close. Yeah, it looked like with him is believable.
So Dame strings all for the Kings. Healed. He'll try prayer. And that shows the foul. Ends up being an illegal screen by the Blazers. So you get it. Fox looking for a man. 3 to shoot on the clock. And Healed gets the.
All involved. It seemed like they came out of the break and wanted to try to make that a priority.
Northwest with himself. So the Blazers continue to click on all cylinders. Melo looking comfortable. Came off the bench in the first half. One of the Blazers will bring it back down. Blazers with Dame, Carmelo Anthony, Gary Trent Jr. by 16 over the Kings here in Moda. Gary Trent Jr. passes it off to Giles. Giles sticks the
and then he hits you with that. It becomes very difficult in terms of how to guard him, especially when
Giles trying to work it. Melo picks up the loose ball, fighting for it on the backside of Barnes, and Melo for the Kings. And then Melo just sticking with it.
Harrison Barnes led the league in three-point shooting at 46% and about 81 makes. Rodney was on that kind of pace.
What kind of jump Fox will make this season? He's improved every single year in the league as Melo will size up Bielitsa.
Consistency, same thing over and over again.
Healed, knocks it back up top. Covington over to Melo. Jones Jr., corner 3. Rolls that one. CJ running point, working against Fox. Gets him to leap. CJ, the hoop.
Crisp.
Yeah, you can forget that Sam Adams, have a little Widmer come back to the Pacific Northwest here. Holmes tries to get in the middle of the paint from Cantor, working the baseline. Jones Jr. pokes and prods and gets to the cup and elevates.
Baseline drive. Derrick Jones Jr., but when he
Kaminsky had no hopes of stopping. Flips it over to Joseph. Joseph into the paint. Kaminsky, his first shot attempt of the game, and that's good.
Energized. And that's what you like to see from teams that say they're playing for that grand guys right now. Derrick Jones Jr. technically the 4, or you can say Robert Covington, either one. And CJ.
Some tip to the bill for the three-point play. Blazers up 19. Robinson trying to get into the paint. Tough
pace of your footwork as you go into your 1-2 before the layup. When you have shot blockers like Derrick Jones Jr.
And one opportunity of this half.
You see the handle though? The quick exchanges before he bursts.
Trying to work it against Cantor. Robinson back to Kaminsky. Kaminsky.
Another good shot.
Right fit, the right place, and then they blossom. Halliburton shoots the gap, and he'll have nothing but open runway for the East.
And obviously one of the best players in the conference all throughout the season. Halliburton getting that steal.
Ellaby gets it to
lead to some dunks throughout the season. Throwing it up, CJ.
CJ with the rip, and Jones Jr. Giles looking for Blevins. Covington, another 3.
Man, that shot is...
So we saw Covington here And just the pretty effortless
soft. Yes.
three-point shot.
He doesn't even extend his arm fully. It's just like a flick of the wrist.
Giles with the steal. Guy over to Ramsey. Ramsey.
Glass. Just gonna stay over here, stay in my little cubicle.
Those that have helped them get to where they are today.
Now, you know what I have seen lately is CJ.
Is they had
look,
one person and then they pulled a hard substitution.
Claire found what she wanted with Dale.
Anybody I know. You do. You really do.
Ooh.
Right amount of time and can blossom. Evans in transition. Gets it to fall. Left. Blazers lead by 23. Giles with the hands.
Oh, he about to do something? Man,
So how some guys have that motor.
Yeah. And took the charge right there. Going the other way.
Points, 13 rebounds. Snatches the board, and that'll do it on the first preseason game. Terrific offense. Lockdown.
Sit in and watch and see everything. So we, similar to the fans, we're waiting to see